to T.D.T Talk, where we tell you
the damn truth.
Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie.
Welcome to the truth. Look, co-host.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
I need y'all to come on in the room quickly. Come on in the room. Let us know who's here. Y'all know we do not do shows on Monday nights. We always do shows on Friday nights at 9:30 every other week. So we just did a show last Friday. This show is not supposed to be happening right now, but we had to come on. It's a whole situationship that happened in the country. The smack heard across the world. And we had to make sure that we came on here to talk about this thing tonight. Carl, welcome to T.D.T Talk, where we tell you
the international pimpin' hand truth. It was the pimp hand. It was the pimp hand for me.
It was an open hand and a form. Did you see the form? Like in the picture. Do we have that picture? It's the form.
It's the form.
He came from here. He took him here, right? And brought him across here.
It was.
He held it looking this way. Like he held in case he needed to come back across.
One more time.
He came back across. Real smooth.
Yes. To me, when I watched the Coonery of it all on the Oscars, it gave me very much Beyonce's Single Ladies in the formation of the hand. It was very, it was just That was some shit. That was some shit. What up, Swain? How you doing, sir? Thank you for tuning in.
I had to put on a special outfit for y'all. Tonight's presentation is brought to you by Rosa Parks. 1955. Y'all, we ain't supposed to be smacking each other on TV. What is we doing?
Unscripted at that. Can we add the unscripted? This was not rehearsed. This gave me very much Jamie Foxx when he was doing his stand-up. And LL Cool J, the beef between him and LL, and he said, I'm an actor. I act. You don't, this is you, and then this is me. I'm acting right here, and you put your hands on me. Man. Big Willie told you he from Philly. That's what last night really showed us. All the money in the world.
So that's all I be saying to myself all day. Nah.
Yeah. I'm waiting for somebody to give us one of these rappers to use the Oscars 2022 as a segue in one of their new songs. I feel like it's going to be hilarious. Don't call that man Big Willie.
My.
He said put some respect on his name.
Yes, sir. He did. He said that. I heard him.
Yeah.
I think I heard him too. Look, we need to just for anybody, for all of those who was still asleep, ain't woke up, ain't watched TV in 2-3 days. We just need to help y'all get caught up, right? Okay.
Yes. Yeah, let's show them a clip.
Let's see here. Hold please.
Hey, it was horrible, y'all. It was funny. It was very much funny.
All right, let's see what we're working with here. Hold please. Can you see my screen?
I can see it.
All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and see what we got here.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane joke. I'm going to, okay?
Man. Okay, look. He said, I'm going to.
You don't ever have to worry about me saying Jada, jaded, hit you on that jet. Nothing. Nothing. He smacked that man so hard he looked like his old character Pookie. The stuck look on his face.
How he look?
You remember crackhead Pookie?
Hold please.
He looked like y'all. He hit that man so hard. It was a Negro spiritual that came to my heart. I felt like he should have been singing Sweet Low, Sweet Chariot. Like he hit that man back into the prohibition. Wow.
Look.
Pookie.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah, I can see it, but can we see the picture?
We're gonna have to figure out how to make that one big.
That picture. Good thing I got glasses on. That picture is small.
That one big. Okay, we're gonna figure out how to make that one big, but he done turned into Pookie. Okay.
He turned into Pookie. But look, all fun and games aside, Sharon, the real issue that everybody is wondering is Will Smith wrong for defending his wife, her honor or alopecia that nobody knew about, or
we knew it was in the news.
Come on, Sharon. Let's be honest. The only time that they've really been relevant was when we found out she herself, signed up for the August Alsina workout and was getting her back broken into. Nobody else cared about Jada.
I think the alopecia thing was recent, like very recent.
I didn't know about it, and neither did Rock. Chris Rock didn't even know about it. And he came out and said it.
He know now.
Like, who's really keeping up with Jada? I just want to be honest.
He got smacked all the way back to Pookie right here. This is how he looked after that smack.
It was horrible.
Now, I have questions because in the video, he said, Richard, when Will Smith was walking up on stage, he called somebody's name or something. He was like Richard or whatever. Who was he calling for?
He must have been calling for one of his ancestors because he hit him like he was Go-Go Gadget. Like he really put his hands on that man, and that's what was cracking me up.
You say Go-Go Gadget?
Go-Go Gadget, because it was, man, he it was the hit for me. But I don't know if Swain is still.
Who was he calling? It was like he was calling somebody for help, right?
He was calling on,
like he was expecting someone. I don't know. I just felt like he was calling whoever Richard is. Richard is the one that we need to blame because he failed him. I think Richard was security, and he did not get to the stage fast enough.
He didn't.
Oh, Richard was the character we'll play.
Yeah, that he won the Oscar for last night.
See, he was still clowning. That's probably another reason why he got that open hand smack. He was still clowning.
So look, it was the parts that really bothered me was the fact that from a mental health standpoint, we deal with a lot of self-esteem issues. We deal with a lot of clients that don't know really how to fit in. Their image of self is very distorted. And last night really just perpetuated the stereotypes surrounding Black men, first of all, because we're identified as aggressive, we're identified as a threat. Yeah. And then if we want to go even further into that, the fact that you make all these hundreds of thousands of dollars known worldwide, and you yourself could not conduct yourself in a manner becoming your W-2s. Your W-2s look a lot different than mine. Y'all know it's tax season. Your W-2s have a lot more zeros behind commas, where mine does not. And it just baffled me that you won. This was the first award you've won at the Oscars, and you've been acting since the 1990s. Here it is, 2022. Nobody will ever remember the fact that you won an award. They will know you for slapping Chris Rock. Y'all, if you can hear the smack, Google it, YouTube it. That man smacked the earth, wind, and fire directly out of Chris Rock. I thought Will Smith was transforming into Captain Planet, the way he hit that man with all the elements in one single motion. I said, well, damn.
Look, he walked up there like, I Robot, I Am Legend. I don't even look. Bad Boys for Life. Okay, Bad Boys for
Men
Life.
in Black. Men in Black. It was the Men in Black for me, because he pulled that little suit coat back down like I accomplished what I needed. And then look, LaSwain says it here. Will laughed at the joke and then had to overcompensate to prove himself to his wife.
Well,
I agree.
This is what I think. I think on these shows, right, we're already not comfortable because we feel like we don't belong and they treat us that way, right? Mm-hmm. So he already said that in one of his speeches too, that we have to act a certain way. So I felt like he was going along with the joke, processing it at the same time. And I think he just snapped. I think he was like, nah, I'm tired. I'm tired of sitting here laughing and grinning when it's really not funny. Like, I'm tired. And he messing with Jada. And, you know, we don't know how emotional. Alopecia is not cancer. Okay. People up here talking about she's battling with and all of this. I don't know anybody who has died from alopecia. Okay. It is a skin condition. It's a hair condition. It causes your hair to fall out. Causes you to have spots and things like that. So a lot of people do get a very low haircut or wear wigs because of it. But it's not a fatal illness, y'all. Okay. Chill all the way out on that. Who's that part? It's a very emotional thing, you know, that we go through. So we didn't see that side of what she may have gone through dealing with it. That Will experienced, you know, so there was emotion involved in that open hand slap. Okay. That was emotion. And I think he just acted out of emotion. I think, you know, he tried to grin and bear it like they are taught to do in these spaces. And then he was like, no, I can't, you know, and he just got up out of emotion.
And put them paws.
Smacked them all the way back to Pookie.
But the problem that I really feel with that, though, Sharon, is like, come on, y'all. Let's be honest. There's some shit you see at the BET Awards, okay? There's some shit you see at the Source Awards. Swain is making it real hard for me to concentrate because I keep giggling. And then he gonna say, you don't put your hands on somebody for a joke. And then he said, you could have pulled his card when he accepted his award. There were various ways that you could deal with it, but y'all, was Will wrong for that? I say it's a 50-50 tie for me. 50-50 tie.
Okay. You know how, go ahead.
But when I was doing more research about this, though, Sharon, Regina Hall in the beginning of the show was poking fun of their relationship. And, you know, like, give me the opportunity and I'll sleep with Will with Jada's blessing, you know. So I feel like, Jada, you started this. You put your business in the streets about getting your back blown out by a 20-something-year-old instead of your husband, and then you wanted to come up and coin the phrase entanglement or situationship, and now you're the butt of jokes because everybody looked up to Will and Jada as that it couple. Come to find out, everything that's glitter ain't gold. Sometimes you hire the gardener to blow your wife's back out.
Okay, LaSwain is making it really hard because Hitch is one of my favorite movies, and
Mine too.
he did slap him. Like, what is the guy? I love him. He's a great, he's an amazing actor.
The fat one.
Yeah, see, Will Smith practiced this slap before
years ago.
Been in practice
years ago.
So, okay, well, here I hear all that, Carl, but here's my take. First of all, Jada made it very clear that her and Will's, their relationship, they had decided it was over, right? There was no official divorce or anything on the books, but they had been operating in a separation for a while when she went exploring other relationships, right? Or entanglements. Okay, now, yes, she did make that public and it became all of our business, but is it really? You know, I'm not going to sit here and hold her to that and feel like, you know, it's open season for her for the rest of her life because of the choices she made. We all make these choices every day. We don't put it on TV, so everybody ain't gonna be clowning us. But you also, as someone in the media, you do put yourself out there to be a spectacle. However, it sounds like Regina Hall may have started off. It was just gasoline being poured on the fire all night. And it just got to a point where it exploded, is what it sounds like. I mean, he crossed the line because it is a medical condition, right? He did cross the line into an area of sensitivity. And I think, I don't know if there's something personal going on with him. Chris Rock is good for the Coonery. And if we can just get into that, okay? So let's just, let me show y'all this. You know, for many years, media has used Black people for entertainment purposes only. You know, we're good to cook in the kitchen. We're good to keep their kids. We are good to shuck and jive on stage all we want to. As long as we stay in those boxes, we're okay. So they had the Oscars. Black people said we weren't going to watch the Oscars this year, right? I was not. Somebody had to send it to me. But what do? They got a Black producer from an HBCU. They got, didn't Terrence J do something? He graduated from North Carolina A&T State University, HBCU. Mr. and Mrs. A&T, then they present an award. That's my alma mater, North Carolina A&T State University, HBCU. So Chris Rock up here hosting Regina Hall. How Black did they try to make the Oscars this year? But
very Black.
They made us for entertainment purposes only. Okay? So we up here shucking and jiving, all the coonery, you know, the jokes and everything for them. But we're joking on each other. And did y'all hear the laughs in the background when Chris Rock made the joke? First of all, the joke made me drop my mouth open. I did not immediately laugh. I was like, what did he say? You know, it was like those fighting words. We all know those are fighting words, talking about somebody's wife like that. At the cookout, those are fighting words.
It wasn't bad. Like, for real, take away the fact that the heifer got alopecia. Okay, let's just take that out of the equation.
You can't take it away because that is why
but
haircut. You can't take it away.
No, Jada's hair has been low for 525,600 minutes. Her hair has been long, short, curly, down her ass crack, nipple. We didn't know what was going on. I did not know she had alopecia till this morning. So, and then Chris Rock got on and said, I had no idea. Nobody gives a damn about Jada Pinkett unless she's humping on some 20-year-old. Let's be honest. The red table talk was trash until she presented her entanglement and embarrassed her husband and brought her ratchet ass mama to the table. That the show started popping.
I never watched an episode, not one.
Because the shit's boring. So as soon as she brought that entanglement, all of a sudden, she was the #1 viewed on Facebook Live. Oh, she was getting the sponsorship. But let's be honest, if you didn't know that she had alopecia, that was a harmless joke. Oh, love you, love the short haircut, looking forward to G.I. Jane too. So are we going to say that Demi Moore, who originally played G.I. Jane, did she have alopecia at that time? Because everybody made jokes about her being bold to cut her hair bald
But
to
she's a
play the
white,
role.
but she's a white woman, and super white
And
women.
they clowned her for the size of her head.
Did
That heifer head, yes, her head about
they?
this
No,
big.
I remember them glorifying her for being so brave and so bold to step into this role and
But
cut.
people talked about her. People talked about her looking like a man. They were calling her a transsexual, all sorts of stuff.
They glorified her for stepping into this masculine role, looking like a man, super white woman to save the world. That is what they did.
But either way, it was a joke.
It was a joke, but Chris Rock's jokes hit me a little different. And I'm glad LaSwain brought this up because Chris Rock's jokes, to get back to the coonery of it all, it's like the bug eye. It's the bug eye. It's the voices that he makes. It is straight shuck and jive. Chris Rock is not one of my favorite comedians at all because he has a lot of shuck and jive in his comedy skits or whatever. Now,
very much Uncle Tom.
Very much. Dave Chappelle is one of my faves. Dave does not shuck and jive. Bernie used to do some of the things where he would bug his eyes, but he didn't shuck and jive either. Nor does Cedric. None of them shuck and jive like Chris Rock does. I think that is the difference. He said I laughed.
She'll be all right. I mean, at the end of the day, assault is assault. Let's take this out of the mental health world for a minute. Let's go with my first degree. This was assault, plain and simple. So we cannot glorify the fact that this man just assaulted another man on TV. I don't give a damn how much you were going to pay me to host a segment in the Oscars. The moment you slapped the earth, wind, and fire out of me, I would have lost all professionalism. I would have been calling them all sorts of, your mama's a fat, dirty. It would have been popping. I would have turned that Oscars into the Source Awards. I promise you that. Yo, DJ, bump, I ain't never scared. We'd have been in that thing fighting.
Will Smith went up there and he was like West Philly and got jiggy with it and did what he had to do to protect his wife. I mean, that is what a man is supposed to do, right? You are supposed to protect us. And that is what he did. He had to protect her honor. I mean, what do you expect him to do?
But Sharon, if you are in the entertainment world, you signed your life to be a circus monkey. Let's be honest. You signed your life to be a circus monkey because every time your name is brought up, that's money. You're making money in some way, shape, form, or facet. Jada sitting there looking like a high-class prostitute Eminem. It don't matter.
Come on.
So now if he'd have said, you looking real good to be an Eminem, then would he have slapped the fire out of him? Like, come on. Either way it go, you're an artist, you're an entertainer, and if another entertainer cracks jokes on your ass, you got to have thick skin. Will is the butt of every dude's jokes from the day his wife opened her mouth about receiving the best pleasure she had from an infant compared to the man. Yes. It was hard for her to let go of August Alsina. August Alsina had to get rid of her and do therapy. That whole crazy. Will look, and let's be honest, you want to say that he was fighting for his wife and standing up? Hell no, because that motherfucker laughed. That shit was funny. It wasn't until Jada gave him the side eye that Mr. Will Smith looked like a damn puppet. Hey, you gonna keep my wife's name out your mouth? What the hell?
I say he just took it straight to the backyard. That's when you be like, step outside. Now, Okay, I agree. It is never okay to put your hands on anyone. I completely agree with that. But that is why I say something mental had to happen where he had that break. And look, I can be his lawyer because I'm gonna get him off. I'll sign the paper. There was a break in his psychosis. Something happened where he had a moment where he had snapped. He had been pushed beyond his limits, and he, for a second there, he was mentally unstable.
Okay. So is that your final answer, Sharon?
That's the only reason why you smack somebody on live TV on the whitest event of the year, the Oscars. First of all, we know we can't act any kind of way in front of mixed company. We were born to know this. That is just a truth. Something pushed him beyond that to where he could no longer control himself. And sometimes some men feel like they have something to prove. I've seen calling him simp and all of this other stuff. I don't know. I feel like he was pushed beyond his limit and he snapped.
Okay. So you said you would get Will off, right?
I'm gonna get him off.
That's what you said. So now let me be the devil's advocate for Mr. Rock. Mr. Rock has been seeking mental health services consecutively for a while now, several times a week, to battle his mental health issues. So Hit Me and I'll Hit You Back was a good song back in the day. So now if we want to compare apples to oranges, and Will smacked him, causing a chain reaction like we know that happens with people suffering from psychotic breaks, and he transformed into Pookie on stage and stabbed the hell out of Will with one of them kitchen forks. Now who's to blame? Who's to blame? Look. Assault is assault, but you're defending yourself. Now we're gonna play crazy versus crazy. That don't make no sense.
Chris Rock did not tell that joke because he was crazy. He told that joke because he's somewhere always shucking and jiving and being a coon on stage. That is why
I agree with that. But I'm saying cause and effect. You hit me because of a joke. Now, if I killed you, I'd be in the wrong.
Look, Will said, I'm going to take the fine. He going to get fined by the Academy. He going to get sued by Chris Rock. He was like, I'll pay it, but you're not going to keep disrespecting me.
Okay, but look, Sharon, man, look, Will has been engulfed in the white world for so long because even his apology sounded like one of the Karens or Becky with good hair or Panicky Rob. His apology sounded, I was like, what in the, I just called you an N-word and it went viral and this was a learning opportunity.
He did not write that. First of all, he apologized to who he wanted to apologize when he was accepting his award. He did not apologize to Chris Rock at that time. He had no intention on it. His assistant apologized to Chris Rock on Instagram. That was not Will Smith. Sorry. Look, LaSwain says, I fry my aunts because they can't say shrimp. What they say, swimp? Because my grandma and them used to be like, give me some
that shrimp.
Some swimps. What is a swimp? Made her think she would say. He was defending her honor. He was embarrassing her even more. Absolutely. I couldn't read that right. No, he wasn't embarrassing her even more. Okay.
No, he wasn't defending her honor. He was embarrassing her.
He wasn't defending her honor. He was embarrassing her even more. He done went deep. Don't go deep tonight, Swain. Here we go. Mr. Lloyd said that was assault and battery. Legally, you can say that's what that was.
First, it was televised.
In August, and then Chris makes a joke and he's the bad guy. I think it was I think it's just Chris. I think it's just Chris Rock. Like, I think he just got under the skin.
Everybody want to keep going to the defense of Jada. But let us go back a little further in her history of entanglement, ladies and gentlemen. We talked about this when we did That Sugar. And if you don't remember it, go back and view it. She was sleeping with one of the members from Crisscross. Y'all remember that boy band? Crisscross will make you jump, jump. She
No,
was jumping him when
it was
he
two
was a
Chris.
had
Which Chris? Which one? Because one of them had
the
alopecia.
dark skin,
The
the
dark
dark
skin,
skin one before he killed himself.
he
Yeah.
had alopecia. Hey Danielle, she said, I think it was one joke too far for him. First Regina joke, then the Chris one joke. Too many. That's what I think too. He got pushed to a point that night. It was too much that night.
Like I said,
Now,
Jada got way too many skeletons in her closet to be getting sensitive for sitting in the audience looking like the green M&M. You got one too many skeletons.
Her dress is
the
pretty.
dress looked nice. She looked nice. Bald headed. She been bald headed for like
She's
7
had
seasons.
haircuts like that before. So I mean, I think they kind of brought the alopecia thing. It just coming out. It was like a too soon. It was like a too soon type thing, you know.
I just don't feel like it was that bad of a thing, especially with him not mentioning, hey sis, you looking real good to be having alopecia. Can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane 2. That's different than, hey, love you. Can't wait to see you in G.I. Jane. Like, you know, he didn't even bring her medical condition to the joke.
No, he didn't. What about?
So, I don't think it was wrong.
What about Denzel's comment? So Denzel said, let me find that here.
Mr. Denzel.
Yeah, because he told him, he said, somebody sent that to me too. At the highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you. He actually was like talking to Will after the slap. Somebody else came and talked to him and gave him a hug. Like people was dapping him up.
Samuel L. Jackson. He came, Tyler Perry. But come on, y'all. Like Black people, can we stop running to Jesus every time we do something stupid? Everybody want to thank the Lord. And I just had a revelation from Jesus that the enemy, you knew the enemy was attacking you when you was in your mama's womb. Like, stop putting the Lord into stuff and stop. I let my anger get the best of me. The devil ain't that damn busy. Okay, come on now. Y'all.
Yes, that is exactly how it happens. He was like, this Will Smith is going to win an Oscar tonight, and I'm going to completely derail that. And Will Smith gave into it, unfortunately, but that is how the devil operates. He comes to kill, steal, and destroy. That's it.
And you know I'm for that. You know I am for that. So boom, here we go. Terry Styles said, why did Will slap him instead of punching him? You intended to, if I get ready to fight you and we in the front of a large crowd, I'm going to slap the shit out of you to make you my bitch in that moment. That is my sole intent, is to degrade you and make you feel less than. And I will be damned if Will did not just make him a whole simp in front of 60 million damn views. This shit had more rewinds this morning than the Oscars has ever gotten attention over the last 20 years.
You see what he said? Who is Trey? Talk about because paper beat rocks.
I don't know, but damn it, I'm with you, Trey. I'm with you there.
Okay, I'm gonna say that you had a point there because a smack is way more demeaning than a punch. I can agree with that. There is something very demeaning about a slap in the face.
That's on the same level as spitting.
Yeah, I don't know why it is, but it is. That is true. I think the point I was trying to make earlier, though, about just the coonery of it all, and I think that's another thing that got to Will too. Just all the shucking and jiving was just too much, and they were shucking and jiving that whole entire night. Black people, that's what they were on the whole night. And now you sitting here. Did y'all hear the audience full of mixed company laughing at the joke? Now you got non-family members here laughing at it. That makes it even worse. So now you got the world laughing at me. You got my peers laughing at me. You got mixed company laughing at me. Everybody's laughing at me now. I'm sorry, that works against your mental state. It does.
You're absolutely right that it does. But again, why are we constantly allowing ourselves, excluding the Oscars? Think about a time you've been at work. We allow people to take us out of our element because we want to sit at that table so bad. We want acceptance and approval so bad. And then people are wondering why, since COVID, mental health numbers have increased tremendously in the past 2 years, especially surrounding the Black community, the communities of color, minorities. We have struggled because the mirror has been reflected back on us, and now we're just in a perpetual state of just dumbfoundedness. We've been avoiding it for so long, and then people constantly, celebrities, bosses, all of that are putting us in positions that make us look like some damn coons. And Will Smith and your boy Chris did that's exactly what they did. They were circus monkeys last night and perpetuated that stereotype. As a Black man, that shit's getting redundant. This is why cops are killing us. We're a joke. Last night's shows, we were a joke. Yeah. We are not to be looked at as men. We're not to be looked at as equal. We're here for entertainment, be it laughs and giggles or blood and gore. We went through what, a 4-year rampage of murders of unarmed Black men? This right here, last night's Oscar, perpetuates that. We're typecast to two roles. We're either going to make you laugh or we're here for the violence. And one of us end up dead.
Because if you look back to slavery, that's exactly what it was. They used to have us fight to the death in front of them, and they would bet on it. And, you know, so it was either exactly like you said, to make them laugh or to entertain them by us beating and killing each other. So it's terrible. I strongly feel like as Black people, if we never come together as a collective and make a stand against something, this type of stuff will continue to happen. No Black people were supposed to be at the Oscars last night. The Black producer that they found, this is an amazing opportunity for his career. I get it. But we can't keep selling out for money. At some point, you have to say no. Because once they got the producer on board, it was his job to find everybody else to put them in place and convince them to sell out. And now you got all these, like you said, circus monkeys at the Oscars last night for whose entertainment?
Yep.
It's ridiculous. No Black person, everybody should have been like, no, we're done with the Oscars. You got enough money to create our own shows. We don't even need the Oscars.
We don't.
Enough is enough.
And that's just like the Grammys.
Table so bad, like you said, they want to sit at the table so bad, and this is why we got T.D.T on a Monday night.
On a Monday night, y'all know we don't be here.
Each other throwing hands like they at the cookout.
Because we like to be serious, but I just want to go back to the jokes because it made me laugh. They did what they were hired to do, entertain. Did anybody else feel like maybe as Will walked on the stage, he was embodying Sharkeisha? It gave me this. You remember Sharkeisha when that girl was Millie rocking on that pole girl block? Beat her like a man. You don't remember Sharkeisha?
No.
Sharon, I'm going to send you the video.
Please do.
Sharkeisha beat that pole girl like a bongo. But Will just, man, it was the hit for me. It was wow.
It was the stance and everything. Like, it was perfect. Man.
And this is why I put that song on there. Bitch better have my money. Will smacked him like Chris was a prostitute.
Somebody better have my money. That's what that smack said to me. Okay.
Man. But I'm telling you, Chris, he may be a coon because he be doing a lot of coonery type things. But he a better man than me. Because and Jason Mimosa, how you say his name? Mimosa Albosa? Who? Aquaman, that big old Vin Diesel look. Y'all know Chris Mimosa. Okay. Yeah, the one that played Aquaman. He's sitting in the front row.
I like him, yes. Okay.
And you don't think you could have like intervene in, but the way Will walked up, you should know that wasn't a joke. He was not.
No, only we know. First of all, I thought it was staged. I'm sure
I
everybody
told
else
you it wasn't.
too. I thought it was staged, and Will has had this slap moment in many of his movies. Chris Rock is an actor too. It looked staged in the beginning. Chris Rock's face and his reaction afterwards, you know, he kind of like did this, like, oh, you know, that helped.
It was the guard. Did you see Will? He had that hand up. He came with that fire, but he had that. Will Smith was waiting for Chris to swing.
He was, because when he hit him, his hand was down here, but his face was still looking at him. So if he could come back, he could. Will was ready. However, Chris Rock put his hands back behind his back and kept on with the show. Y'all, when we start doing that?
I just would like to point out what Swain said. Will smacked him like Thanos did Iron Man. Danielle said Chris received a 2-piece and a biscuit. Baby. Will hit that man like a high note. Do you hear me? That was the part in the song where Kurt Franklin tell the Sopranos when he do that note. Yeah. He hit that man like he was supposed to switch octaves. I was like, wow. And then it was did y'all see the female from Wakanda, Black Panther, when he was
Lupita face gave me life. Yes.
Lupita is the traditional Black woman. That is that, oh, this ain't none of my business, but let me just keep an eye to see what happens.
Yeah,
because yeah.
She know whether to be her face also made me think it was real. Because I was like, okay, she not laughing. She looking like I may have to move here or something, you know.
Quickly. Yes.
Yeah.
And Trey, you're right. That may have said a lot about Grace and not immediately reacting poorly. Because had it have been
no Grace.
Had it have been me, baby, it would have been do not pass go. Do not collect $200. I'd have been here for the shits and giggles.
Will did not have an immediate reaction, though. There was a pause. And I think that's when, you know, those negative automatic thoughts, you know, all these negative thoughts started flooding him. And he had an emotional reation.
But as a lawyer, I would be able to eat that defense because of that 5-second delay before he, that is, what did the girl from damn Medea say? This is whoop ass in the can? Baby, Will hit that man hard.
I wonder, is there a different fine for a smack versus a punch? Because then we'll know. If there is, then we'll know maybe there's a little, he thought about that thing.
He strategically.
If it's not, then I think he was just trying to demean him.
And Trey, you picked my size out real good. He said Chris Rock is like 5'6", and I look like I am 6'5.5". You damn right. This is gonna be a mountainous ass whooping right here. This gonna be some Titanic meets the Titans. It's going down.
Chris
Rock, no,
I had no idea he was that small.
It was. I don't give it. It's the fine or not the fine, y'all. Like for real. All jokes aside, damn, this set us back. So far, this set us every time we get ready to make some progress ahead. It's the devil at work because, Lord, Will would have had to swing up on you. He would have, and I'd have stepped on his little ass too.
That's a good point because he swung down. He did. He took that slap down. Yeah.
Because he made him his bitch. I just told you that. That man hit him with the wrath of God. That was some very hold my pockets. That's prison. That was prison terminology.
He took it back to New Jack City for me. I said, Father, Chris Rock, first of all, what do you think his ex-wife? What is Chris Rock's ex-wife? What was she doing in that moment? If she was watching Oscars because the kids wanted to watch Daddy on TV, and then Daddy done got smacked on TV, Well, I wish I could have seen Chris Rock's ex-wife.
Oh, she was laughing. Look, see, y'all doing too much. This was supposed to be a little quick, little intro. But Sway says that was Chris's initiation to the secret society because that had.
He should already been in before now.
Not Chris Rock, girl. He about as relevant as Jada's alopecia.
He should have been
gave a damn.
Relevant back in the 90s. What took so long?
Eddie Murphy was funnier than Chris Rock.
Hmm.
He had to battle Bernie. Bernie didn't die till the 2000s.
That's true. They were still popping real good.
And they really don't got no good comedians. Let's be honest. Kevin Hart repeats the same shit, the same segments for each child. Each year they get older. He just recycle it. Cat Williams is cracked beyond oblivion.
Joining the society. He already said he ain't selling his soul. Wow.
Mm-mm.
So Chris
he was better than me.
Let's swing. We ain't fooling with you. Chris had to get smacked in, not jumped in, but smacked in.
You couldn't have paid. Yeah, you couldn't have paid me.
Well,
he is a better man than me.
Look, Carl, you got any final jokes for us?
Yo.
Nah. Hey.
Because when he hit him, I felt like he got into his. He hit that man so hard that Chris Tucker was looking like Sophia. You gonna let Will just. Or Chris Rock was looking like Sophia. You just gonna let Will Harpo hit me?
Yes, he.
And then Lupita, that's what she was doing.
Yeah.
Rocking. Because we know, Black people know this was going to go one of two ways.
Yes.
This was going to go one of two ways. And it went the best way possible.
Yes. Lupita had the reaction of everybody at the cookout. Everybody else was like, oh, giggle, 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 ha, ha, ha. This is a part of the skit. They really cooning for us tonight. They bringing out the fights.
Y'all's comments is killing me. He said he smacked the Uncle Ruckus into him. Man, and then Trey said Chris Rock had Fresh Prince after that. Man, I just feel like that would have been the part of the movie in Men in Black that it would have been that neuralizer. It was just boop, you forgot this. Like, yeah.
Oh my God.
For real, that slap was bitch better have my money vibes. That's what that slap represented last night.
It was yeah.
It was hilarious. But
so
you got any closing thoughts?
I'm just wondering if they're gonna invite any Black people to the Oscars next year.
Oh no, we're banned. We are banned.
It was okay when they were laughing because they thought it was staged, but once they found out it's true, I have one more question. We did not address this, Carl. What if the person, what if Chris Rock was actually Adam Sandler? He's a comedian, right?
Yeah, Will would have, by the time Will
loves Raymond, that guy who loves Raymond.
As soon as he would have reached back, Will's arm would have been dislocated. His face would have been drugged all through that Oscar-worthy stage.
I strongly
It'd been a riot.
People would have been running from the back as soon as Will stood up and would have been diving on him before he got to Adam Sandler or whoever else. I mean, I just really feel like it would have been just a little different had the complexion or the lack of melanin of the host was different.
I just want to know, where was security? Because when they were like, were they on a cigarette break?
I was like, how he get all the way up on stage? Ain't nobody like want to intervene? Like, he had a long ways to walk. He had to walk up some steps and then get on stage and then walk to him.
And still was talking shit.
Where was security?
In the audience. Yeah.
Went and sat down.
And no security was by him. Nobody was tapping him on the shoulder like, hey, let's go.
I said, when is it? See, and this is what we talk about. Black on black violence is okay.
Yep.
I mean, they showed us that last night on the Oscars. Black on black violence is okay. Yeah.
So look, closing thoughts. my last remark, I don't care if shit's funny because it made me laugh. When he hit him, all I could think of was the damn Fresh Prince. Got in one little argument and Jada got scared. Moving with your auntie and uncle in Bel Air. I don't give a damn. That was hilarious. That's what I heard in my head last night. Freaking funny.
Man. Yeah, I was.
See? Trey, I don't know who you is, but we vibe it. Because that's exactly what I was telling Sharon last night. I've been cracking jokes, y'all, since yesterday.
Man,
if I could have did an emergency one last night, 911 T.D.T, I would have did it last night. I've been cracking jokes all day. All day.
Yes. We had to come to y'all tonight to talk about this. We could not wait 2 weeks because this is what we do on T.D.T Talk. As clinicians, we do try to relate it back to mental health. I strongly believe that Will had a break in his mental health last night. I'm sure he has been dealing with depression because Jada has been so open with their personal life. That is a very sensitive thing. And through it all, Will chose to stand by his marriage and stand with his wife. Through all of this, that's a lot for a man to bear. So I can imagine he may have had some depressed mood. He may have had some anxious feelings. I can imagine all of these things. And when someone is just constantly picking on you, let's talk about the bully. Being the butt of someone's joke all the time, that's bullying. You know, those things play on your mental health. They weigh on your mental health.
But is it bullying if you usher someone into your boudoir? If anybody should be embarrassed, it should be Will. Your wife, who you married, told the world that during your quote unquote separation, Trey getting on my nerves because I'm trying not to laugh. 500 people in that room, $4.99 won't slap you, but I will. You get on my nerves, Trey. No, one will. You get on my nerves. But I just feel like everybody, we want to classify. It's so quick for us to classify. And even as clinicians, like you and me, we always want to find the real reason behind. What was that defining moment? What was that influential factor? The influential factor in this is Jada's mouth. Y'all would not be relevant had she not have opened her mouth about y'all's intimacy. And unless you're going to show me a video of August Alsina blowing your back out and Will sitting there smoking a cigar, I don't care. I truly don't care.
But people did care enough to make them relevant in that way.
That's what they get.
Now, there are plenty of Black Hollywood couples where we don't know anything about their private life. Therefore, we don't have...
Beyonce gave us a glimpse.
Like this, right? But I mean, can we really just hold her accountable for all of it? Like, we have a choice whether or not we want to bully someone or not and constantly joke and clown them all the time. Like, we have a choice not to do that.
We do, but each joke was not the only joke that was really like a pun at the whole thing would have been Regina Hall when she said, "Hey, I'm down for y'all open marriage. I've been trying to sleep with Will for years." With Jada blessing, "All right, Big Willie." That's what she said.
I'm gonna have to look that one up.
And Chris Rock didn't say, "Hey, let me rub your bald head while you give me sloppy toppy." He didn't say that. He didn't say, "I have the secret recipe, the Krabby Patty for your hair to grow back." Man, I could have some jokes.
He didn't. He
did not say that.
He believed in his whole spirit that got knocked out of him that his joke was a good one. Like, I bet he practiced it too. Like, he
in the mirror.
Yeah,
in the mirror.
That was a good joke. I believe him not knowing about the alopecia made it too soon, and he didn't know that piece. Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we grown. And at the end of the day, of the following day, Black people, for the love of God, can we stop giving these people ammunition?
Please. Yes, he said the Krabby Patty then. Yeah, he did. Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
Because I would have I'd have stood there like a whole wrecking ball as soon as Will tried to come on that stage. I'd have been like, somebody carry Will back to Miami before Big Willie get beat where he stepped, bruh. Sit him down. Sit him down.
I don't know why Chris Rock, because when someone is coming to you in a confrontational manner, you prepare yourself for that. He saw it coming.
He didn't think that man was going to hit him.
Well, what
he didn't think he was going
to do? Talk to
He thought he was going to come up there and get into some jokes because, Mr. Brown from Medea, he was at a freaking award ceremony and he got into it with Bruce. Was it Bruce? Who the other big fat comedian? Yeah. They were cracking jokes back and forth, and then Kirk Franklin came on cracking. This was not that award show.
No,
by no means.
Now, I do believe that it was wrong for Will to smack the fire, the earth, wind, and the fire, all the elements.
There you go. He was the avatar.
Chris Rock. Absolutely. I do feel that was wrong. I don't condone physical violence in no way. That was wrong. Even if you do have a mental break, that does not give you any reason or pass. Who's and however it will hold up in court, but it does not give you a pass to behave in that manner. We have something that we call stop and think that we teach our clients, right? Stop that moment, do a coping skill, take a deep breath, do something to stop those negative thoughts that's flooding in your head so that you can make a rational decision. He did not practice stop and think at all. So I do not condone the smack, but I do feel like that as people, we push people too far, and the jokes, clowning, and the bullying that pushes people over the edge all the time. Now, I also believe in time and place, right? You knew where you were. We know what Chris Rock gonna do. We already know he gonna shuck and jive and Bojangle to the 10th, okay? To the 10th. He's gonna do that. Now, could he have gone backstage after that joke? Will, he walked in backstage because they let him just get up and walk like he want to, apparently. He could have went backstage, right? And addressed him backstage so that it wouldn't have been something that the world saw. Conflict resolution is a real thing, and we can do it, people. We can practice conflict resolution peacefully so that we stop the black on black violence, any violence, period. But I'm just saying, y'all, we can't handle things in the street the way on live TV for the world to see.
And can we just lose that mentality? Y'all, we've said it before, we'll go on in this house, stay in this house, but dang, we needed to dismantle that. We needed to dismantle that mind frame. But there are certain hood booger tendencies that is not meant for the public to be made aware of. We don't know all of the other cultural disparities or misadventures. We only know ours, and there are certain things that we just shouldn't do in front of mixed company, because at the end of the day, Will, you lost credibility, and Chris is gonna be searching for his masculinity. You just pumped him. At this point, it should be on site. Like, if we gonna take it back to the streets, you gonna need to whoop his ass at another award show, like the MTV award, the BET award. Like, you got to catch him on the red carpet at least. Like, hey, Will, just sucker punch him, something. Like, you
see, Carl, you just said we got to get rid of that mentality, and Chris
but
Chris actually has to follow the rules. He's gonna do a lawsuit.
No, he's not. He said no. He ain't even calling he declined the LAPD's investigation.
Oh, for real? So he is handling it like in the street. Oh, well, we gonna see then. He gonna catch him at the BET Award. Where it's going at?
The tomfoolery and the Uncle Tom and Mr. Ruckus done left because he was like, they asked him, do you want to file a report of assault? He said no. This is gonna be to be continued. Watch what I tell y'all.
Lawsuit. See, this is another piece because I just knew it was gonna be a lawsuit. Pay the fine,
No.
step out of court, and go on.
He declined it. He declined it.
Okay, so is Chris Rock gonna play the victim now? Like, what is his move? We have a next
Whoop
move.
his ass. That's
his
you
next
know the damn move.
Trey just
Whoop
said
his ass.
5'6". Who ass he gonna whoop at 5'6"?
If you get a tree branch,
If he was gonna whoop him, he wouldn't have got smacked, did like that 2 times, and put his hand back behind his back. There was something about Chris Rock with his hands behind his back. That whole stance to me was sketch. I think that said something that to the naked eye we don't know what it meant. But I do know
he slapped the femininity.
That certain hand, I do know that certain gestures mean something. So LaSwain,
Yeah,
I don't know, but I do know.
You right. It means certain things. The hands behind the back. Yep, you got that. The principal's coming. Yep, I'm gonna eat this. Mm-hmm. You right.
I don't know.
But I got you. Don't even trip.
Do that.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know what he gonna do. He did a whole show of him getting. Did he?
Yeah, everybody hates Chris.
Oh yes, he did. Apparently they do. My gosh. Well. What Deion say? Well.
That's all, folks. Because damn, yeah. So look, tune in 2 weeks. Tune in 2 weeks.
We're gonna be talking about some stuff. Get slapped on live TV in between now and Friday after this.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Look, keep your hands off of each other. Okay, Black love one another. Love your neighbor. Treat people the way that you want to be treated. All of that. Let's focus on positivity. Talk to your therapist. Every day. If you to. I'm accepting new clients. Just, talk to your therapist and get those negative thoughts that haunt you. And if someone's bullying you and you're the butt of the joke all the time, and if you whatever it is, if you feel like you want to sit at the table and you got to do all of this extra stuff, stop it. I really believe that as a people, we need to do better.
Swain is, I'm sorry. Swain is annoying.
I kidnap with you.
Swain is annoying. But you made valid points. And look, I'm about to go to bed, y'all. I've been waiting to talk to y'all all day, so we appreciate you being here. But it's night time. I got clients in the morning. So, peace, love, and hair grease. Sharon, kick us out, boo.
Night.
Welcome to the truth. Welcome to the truth. Welcome to the truth, where the truth don't lie. 3 T's, no lie.
Thank you. Tune in next week. Same black channel, same black host, and we'll holla at you at the same black time. Bye.